What we can't say is just because the fight was at such a exhilarating pace and it was so brutal that all of a sudden someone after the fight is exhausted or goes to the hospital like that. That's what happens in fights like that.
Oh man, just didn't come with the right.
Don't worry, bro.
Ain't nobody worried about your bitch ass.
I've been respectful with you all my life.
Yeah, fuck is y'all talking about?
Breaking news is coming out of the Teofimo Lopez camp. Teofimo Lopez Jr. has reportedly been hospitalized following his fight with Shakur Stevenson, and this situation is now being treated as far more serious than a simple loss. Tension is spreading across the boxing world as fans, analysts, and insiders react to growing concerns about Lopez Jr.'s condition. The emotional public response from Teofimo Lopez Sr. has intensified the story, shifting attention away from the scorecards and toward the
Shit.
Would you go to the UK for that? Would you go to the UK for that? Would you go to the UK for that?
I'll go to the UK. I go wherever the fuck. I go to his backyard. You know, screw that motherfucker. You know, but
I mean, it's uncanny. So yeah, I would think. I mean, battered, both battered, exhausted. Like, you know, it was a brutal fight.
health and safety of his son. In the immediate aftermath of the fight, reports surfaced that Lopez Jr. was taken for medical evaluation. What initially appeared to be routine post-fight care quickly evolved into hospitalization concerns. While exact medical details remain unclear, the messaging from inside the Lopez camp suggests urgency and alarm rather than calm reassurance. This is no longer being framed as standard fight damage, but as a situation that may carry serious medical implications.
Serious health conditions. What kind? I don't know. He didn't go into specifics, but I think he posted this video to show the severity, the seriousness of what's...
When the fight itself is revisited, the concern becomes easier to understand. Teofimo Lopez Jr. absorbed sustained punishment over 12 rounds. Clean shots landed repeatedly, counters came consistently, and pressure never truly eased. At the time, his willingness to continue was praised as heart and toughness. Now, that same resilience is being questioned as prolonged exposure to harm, raising difficult questions about risk and responsibility inside the ring.
When he was getting hurt, he kept getting up and he showed heart. You know, it probably would have been easy to stay down and not get your teeth shoved into your fucking back.
Performance issues that were initially dismissed are now being re-examined as warning signs. Missed punches, poor timing, and uncharacteristic movement are no longer seen as a simple off night. Instead, many believe these were early indicators that something was wrong well before the final bell. In hindsight, the fight appears less competitive and more concerning as the rounds progressed.
Despite the outcome, I don't think he looked great in the fight. He was missing and his timing seemed off. He was doing some weird stuff.
Analysts such as Eddie Hearn emphasized Shakur Stevenson's control, balance, and precision rather than chaos or reckless aggression. That distinction matters because it suggests the damage was systematic and cumulative. Stevenson's dominance was built on timing, positioning, and sharp execution, allowing pressure to build round after round. This kind of controlled domination often produces the most serious physical consequences.
I think Shakur looked strong. You know, Shakur looked like he was punching very hard. His jab was on point. His footwork was incredible. It's his timing. It's his fitness.
Shakur Stevenson's own post-fight comments now carry added weight. He described the exchanges calmly and clinically, focusing on timing and contact rather than emotion. In light of hospitalization reports, those remarks underscore how consistently Lopez Jr. was being struck and how little relief he was able to find throughout the fight.
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on the...
Several fighters and analysts have since reinforced these concerns. Bruce Carrington pointed to Lopez Jr. S repeated positional mistakes and defensive lapses, noting that he was rarely in position to counter effectively. Clarissa Shields highlighted visible blood and facial damage during the bout, confirming the physical severity of the exchanges. Daniel Jacobs noted that Lopez Jr. never appeared to have control of the fight at any point.
Man, he made it easy. You know, I was saying, like, if Teo was to fight more on a back foot and throw punches when Shakur throws, that's the only time you're going to get Shakur. But Teo, he has a habit of getting out of position all the time. He'll double up his right hand, turn square, or turn southpaw. Like, that's not going to work, bro. That's not going to, you're not going to take up enough space to touch Shakur. And Shakur's reflexes and his countering was just keeping Teo at bay. It was an easy night from round one for him. Shakur.
Perhaps the most troubling observation came from Devin Haney, who stated that Lopez Jr. appeared unfocused even before the fight began. That comment now feels especially significant. Combined with the punishment absorbed in the ring, it suggests both physical and mental readiness may have broken down under pressure, contributing to the dangerous situation that unfolded.
Man, I'm very excited. You know, I said this was another legacy fight for him, and
Absolutely.
he got a chance to, you know, establish his legacy once again, winning another title at 140 pounds. So I'm very enthusiastic about his future and very proud of his performance.
Inside the Lopez camp, a disconnect has become increasingly visible. While some voices attempted to praise legacy, toughness, and championship experience, those narratives clash sharply with reports of hospitalization. This contrast has fueled speculation that warning signs may have been ignored or minimized. Teofimo Lopez Sr.'s public anger and distress now appear rooted in genuine fear rather than emotional reaction to defeat.
I mean, just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Is that what you expected from Shakur? No?
I mean, listen, I expected an incredible performance, but I didn't expect it to be completely one-sided. I mean, he won every round, in my opinion. It like the golfing levels was phenomenal. And I said to Bud, like, going into 12, he could do 40 rounds, Shakur. Like, never out of control, footwork, timing, shot selection. I actually think he could have stopped Teofimo if he.
The narrative surrounding this fight has fully shifted. What was once viewed as a technical loss is now being discussed as a physically punishing ordeal with real consequences. The boxing community is being forced to confront an uncomfortable reality. When skill gaps are wide at the elite level, danger escalates rapidly, and bravery alone cannot protect a fighter from harm.
Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur, and I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk, been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You can tell the difference in skill set, and that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit, it wasn't about heart, it was about sheer talent, and Shakur displayed that tonight.
When a fight crosses into medical alarm territory, silence is no longer acceptable. The boxing world must now decide whether lessons will be learned from this moment, or whether it will be repeated again. The question now goes to the audience. Was this an example of heart and toughness, or a dangerous failure to protect a fighter? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and join the discussion on fighter safety in modern boxing.
Shakur looked phenomenal, you know, dominant performance. Just what do you think about that?
Man, he made it easy. You know, I was saying, like, if Teo was to fight more on a back foot and throw punches when Shakur throws, that's the only time you're going to get Shakur. But Teo, he has a habit of getting out of position all the time. He'll double up his right hand, turn square, or turn southpaw. Like, that's not going to work, bro. That's not going to, you're not going to take up enough space to touch Shakur. And Shakur's reflexes and his countering was just keeping Teo at bay. It was an easy night from round one for him.
If you enjoyed today's boxing action, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the bell icon and watch the full video to support our watch time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next boxing update.